My beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Favoritina so here again. Today I am about to give you the real tea on some of the businesses you can start with little to no money. I'm not talking about the regular. You might not even have heard of some of them. I promise you. I'm going to break down each idea into practical steps, real earning potentials, and how to get started. I am making this as real and doable as possible. So by the end of this video, you should be able to pick one and get started immediately. I don't want to hear anybody say I am broke. That is why I keep bringing you videos twice a week, every Tuesday and Friday. I try my very best to be very consistent with dropping this sweet upbeat. And guys, just do your God a favor and drop a like and drop a thank you in the comment section. I promise you, you would love these ideas. If at the end of the video you do not find anyone that you can do, just let me know and I'll do something about it. I promise you. Now let's get right into the list of these sweet businesses. Number one on the list is recycling business. This is turning trash into cash. Did you see what I did there? Hey, I did give rhymes. Forget. Anyway, let's be serious. Let's be serious. So, how practical is this? Recycling is a hot business in Nigeria right now because there's huge demand for plastics, metals, and even paper waste. Big companies buy these materials for repurposing, and guess what? There is no capital needed. You just need to collect waste and sell it. That's why I said turning trash into cash. How can you get started? First step, locate areas where people dump plastic bottles, aluminum cans, and scrap metals. You can go to schools, bars, event centers. You look out for when events are holding, then you go and gather. Step two, you partner with recycling hubs or companies like Scrapays, Recycle Points, or Green Hill Recycling that pay for collected waste. Yes. And then step three, you collect the waste, sort it, and deliver it for cash. You can start by picking waste yourself, or if you have the money, you hire others and you split the commission. Now, how much can you make? You can make for plastic bottles 20 to 15 naira per kg. So what you should be aiming for is big places. Specifically, I mentioned schools, bars, event centers. That's where you get plenty. So that when you weigh like 5,000 kg in a month, you should be getting like 250,000. Do you understand? Now there's also aluminium cans. Aluminium cans weigh about 250 naira per kg. So let's say you do 2,000 kg in a month. How much is that? Over 500,000 naira from selling can. What of scrap metals? Scrap metals range between 350 to 500 naira per kg. So it just depends on the type of the metal. Yeah. So realistically, you can be earning around 150,000 to 400,000 if you are consistent with the side hustle. Can I see a thank you in that comment? Can I see a thank you in the comment section? Let's go to the next one. This one shock you, Abby. Now let's go to the next one. The next one is digital freelancing, making money online with skills. If you're the type that you don't want to go out, well, this is also good. Super practical. Thousands of Nigerians are making money right now by just offering services like writing, graphics design, video editing, and programming to even international clients. Now, you know why these international clients hire us. Let's be honest. It's cheap labor. Yeah. But to us, it is more, it's a higher standard compared to getting hired in Nigeria. You are paid in foreign currency, which means that if you are paid $200 or $500 and you convert it to naira, many people who work in Nigerian companies do not earn that amount of money. So regardless of the fact that it is cheap labor for them, it's still in your favor. Do you understand? So it's a win-win situation. Now for this, you need only your smartphone or your laptop and a good internet. Good, emphasis on good. Now, how do you get started? First of all, you have to choose a skill. It could be writing, logo designs, video editing, social media management, etc. Look for beautiful skills that you can learn or something. You might already have the skill. Take advantage of it. If you do not, you can take free online courses. We're trying to do something that we do not have money for, right? So take free online courses. There's Coursera, there's Udemy, there's YouTube. Yep. And then you can create an account on Fiverr, Upwork, or People Per Hour. I know people are like, oh, Fiverr and Upwork don't cast. People are still making money. So why are you pessimistic about Fiverr and Upwork? Be optimistic. Have it as a mindset that you, even if you are just registering now, you will still make something out of it. In fact, you can go as far as posting updates or posting information about your new skill on LinkedIn. See, LinkedIn is highly, highly underrated by professionals because they feel like, oh, it's too serious, it's too this, it's too that, it's too professional. But this is where you get clients. Yes. So if you have the skills, use any of these platforms I've mentioned, Fiverr, Upwork, or People Per Hour, if you feel like that is, you say you don't cast in your own words. You can go on LinkedIn, list out your services, talk about the work you've done. In fact, at this point, you would need to do free services to people so that you can use it to build your portfolio. Now, get your first client. You can even offer discounts to build reviews as well. Very simple steps. Very simple steps to get started. Now, how much can you make? There's really no price peg as regards to how much people with skills can make. You can charge at your discretion. You can charge at your, you know, as your ability can take. Yes, because someone who is a beginner would not charge the same amount an expert would charge. Yeah. So if you're a beginner writer, you can charge $100, $50, or even 150,000, or even as high as $500 if you know your worth, if you package yourself well, if you sabi, even if you're a beginner and you know how to package yourself well, you can deliver on the job. That's fine. You can charge as much. For someone who is an expert, an experienced freelancer, these guys charge in thousands. Let's not even go there. We're talking about beginners. They can charge as high as 1.5 million, 2 million, 5 million. There's a page on Instagram where you see people who are um you see their jobs and they would come out and tell you, oh, I work as this, I work as that, and I earn 2 million per month, 5 million per month. It's not boo. These people actually do the work to get paid in that amount of money. Yeah. So, but realistically, you can earn between 100,000 naira to 1.5 thousand naira, depending on your clients, depending on your skill, depending on your packaging, and depending on your ability to deliver. Yes, you see, it's all dependent on different things. But this is a very good side hustle. You can start with your phone. Your phone is not only for internet, it's not only for watching movies, watching TikTok, watching Instagram, or chatting on WhatsApp. Use it to generate income for yourself. Side hustle is EdTech, teaching online and making the money. Yes. How practical is this? Super practical, I promise you, because Nigerian parents and students are actively looking for extra lessons. I personally know at least 4 parents who have asked an acquaintance or asked a close family member of mine if he knows people who can teach him, who can teach their children coding, who can teach their children maths, basically even tech, basically just tech subjects. Yeah, so if you are good at a subject, maths, English, coding, you can teach online, you can also teach in person, you can also sell digital courses. Now, how do you get started? First step is to choose a subject or skill. School subjects like coding, business, business administration, photography, and then you leverage on school students, yeah, people who are in the secondary school, junior secondary, senior secondary, leverage on them. Step two is to sign up on platforms like Class Notes, Lesson Teacher, or Udemy to sell courses. That's if you want to sell courses. Or you can make a flyer since you're already in tech industry. So I'm guessing you should know how to make a flyer with Canva. That should be a walk in the park for you. So create a flyer, share to friends and family on Instagram, on WhatsApp, everywhere in your neighborhood. Let them know that you offer these courses, you teach these courses. And of course, you obviously have to start out with a reasonable amount of money. Yeah. Or if you want to teach Zoom via Zoom, you can also let people you are sharing these flyers to know that distance is not a barrier for them. Yeah. So you can use Zoom. There's also WhatsApp video call as well to tutor students directly. So you can leverage on so many avenues. How much can you make? Private tutoring can range between 3,000 to 10,000 or 100,000 per session, dependent on your skill, dependent on the level of information you have. Because for someone who is just starting out, you cannot charge 20,000 naira, 50,000 naira as a beginner. No, it's experts that, experts with a bogus portfolio, someone that would say, this is, look at my resume, look at everything I've accomplished. And if I teach you, it just shows that I'm teaching you from a well of experience. You understand? But someone who is a beginner and is just starting out, as the word implies, you would not charge as much. So let's just say you start out with just 3,000 naira, 10,000 naira. It's progressive. Rome was not built in a day. The people who are experts and charge as high as 5,000 naira per month did not start out as charging at that amount of money. They started small. So just take it as humble beginnings. Yeah. You start somewhere and it just builds your portfolio. Emphasis on portfolio building, because it is this portfolio that will get you to that level of expert, and then you would leave the box of beginner. So you need these people to push you up there. You get the experiences, you get the reviews, and then it helps you get to that stage of expert, and then you charge as high as you want because you have paid your dues, you have worked yourself up to that point. So when you are charging, nobody can question you, nobody can question your fees. Now, online courses can make between 50,000 naira to 500,000 naira per month, depending on the number of students you get. So realistically, monthly, you can make, let's say, 100 to 700,000 naira, all dependent on all of the things I have mentioned. Yep. So the
Thank you.
fourth one is agri-business. So you might need some amount of money for this. Yeah. That's why I said zero to little to no capital. You can start farming for big profits. How practical is this? Agriculture is the backbone of Nigerians' economy, and food demand never drops, regardless of how bad the economy is. People go chop. That's why you say, no matter anything where they go through, chop or but you don't need farmland to start this. Yeah, you can focus on value added products. Now, how to get started? You want to pick a niche. It could be snail farming, it could be ugu you want to sell, it could be pepper, it could be poultry, it could be honey. Start small. You can grow snails in small tires in your compound. You can raise poultry in a small cage in your backyard. You can even package dried food for resale. Yeah, so you can sell in markets, sell in restaurants, sell online via Jumia or even WhatsApp groups. I'm going to give you a very perfect example here and why this is very sweet. Now, although there are risks to this, but there is no business that doesn't have risk, no investment that doesn't have risk, even savings that doesn't have risk. None. Now, I'll give you an example. Someone who has a poultry, he bought turkey or tolo tolo, I think in September, in preparation of the December festive period. Now, he bought this turkey, I think he said he bought them at when they were chicks, small birds, at around I think 20 or 10,000 naira or so. And then he nurtured them for September, October, November, December. That's 4 months. Now, if you were online in December and you saw the price of a full turkey, of a turkey that is mature, that if you standing, you will know. How much did you think you were selling it? Someone sold for 150,000 naira. One turkey sold for 150,000 naira. Now that man that had bought his own for 20,000 naira in September, there is no way you'd have told me that he spent 100,000 naira feeding one bird for the 4 months that he nurtured it. Is it possible? He used 100,000 to feed one bird. It's not possible. But these birds are sold for 150,000. But if you even say you want to do friends and family, you sell it for 120,000. So small scale poultry is also like a good business. Yeah. You can buy birds, 10 birds, 5 birds, and you know how birds, they multiply. Yeah. You can start with 100 birds if you have the space, right? And then it progresses. You can start with small snail farming. You can start with 1,000 snails. They multiply really fast. And then you can also decide to package spices. It could be dried pepper, it could be crayfish, So realistically, with this business, you should be making at least 200 to 700,000 naira, depending on the size, depending on the scale you start on, right? So if you start small, you'd expect small income. If you start big, of course, you reap big. The fifth business you can start is waste to energy. That's turning trash into power. The first one was turning trash into cash. Now we are doing turning trash into power. How practical is this? So businesses and homes are looking for cheaper energy solutions, and biogas is a good mine. That's why you see how solar energy has skyrocketed. As at 2 years ago, the cost of installing solar energy with a certain size of battery is definitely not the price of installing it right now in your apartment. Even if you live in a small studio apartment, it would still cost you a lot of money to install solar inverters. In fact, even if it is not solar safe, just ordinary inverter to generate energy is expensive. So you can do your research on biogas. It is a gold mine. So you can do research on YouTube, on TikTok as well. TikTok has very educative content. Now, here's what you do: you collect organic waste. It could be food waste, it could be cow dung, because they're free. Yeah. Then you convert that waste into biogas or organic fertilizers, and then you sell to either farmers or homes that want to, generate energy. Now, how can you make money with this, or how much money can you make with this? With biogas system, it costs over 500,000 naira per installation, and small businesses are paying for it because it's more economical to buying diesel or buying fuel. Yeah. So they'll buy it. They would get it. Yeah. As far as it just helps them reduce expenses or reduce overall or overhead cost of their company, they reduce expenses that they run, they would jump on it. That's why you see most companies or most businesses use inverter just to avoid the problem of having to buy fuel constantly. And we know how the fuel prices is very epileptic. So it is very unpredictable. So that's why they always want to fall back to something. They always want to have a backup. Yeah. So that's where you come in, biogas system. Yes. And then it could also be organic fertilizers. There are farmers who are looking for fertilizers. Farmers love it. So you can sell a bag for 5,000 naira, depending on how much bags you are selling. So realistically, you can earn between 300,000 to 1 million, depending on your scale of business. So there you have it. 5 online businesses that work right now in Nigeria. These aren't get rich quick schemes. They require effort and they are very durable. So which one interests you the most? Drop a comment below. I would like to know. Do not forget to drop that thank you. Did I not deliver? Did I not deliver to you? Anywho, do not also forget to like, share, and subscribe for more practical money making tips. Subscribe to your girl's channel. I'll see you in my next one, guys. Thank you for watching. Let's keep hustling and winning and making that shmorning. Bye.